Hey there, this is Santos, Rolon Jr. here. I'm actually getting ready to do a business meeting with my partner here. We are excited about what is happening in our world with Legal Shield and Crow and technology and apps and the whole thing. I tell you, if you're a United States Navy veteran, I highly encourage you to click the link below. Well, you don't have to be a Navy veteran or an Army or a Marines. But if you're a veteran or you're looking for a solid opportunity, which includes training and mentoring, I highly encourage you to make contact with me. Now, this video is not really about opportunity. It's about video number two, change your life. Are you looking to change your life? I hope this video will work because there's a really bright light in the background. Boy, I may have to hold up this and block that sun in the background. The first two items, by the way, this is Santos once again, enjoying a super fantastic, terrific, over the top afternoon here and on my way to Oakdale, California. I'm telling you, 2017 is the year of breakthrough, my friend. 2017 is the year of breakthrough. We need to believe. Now, we're talking about here. What we're talking about here, actually, what I mentioned in my first video, and I'm making a series of videos because there are those of you on YouTube that are requesting me to make videos like this about how to change your life. And again, I talked about in the first video, I talked about mind manipulation, positive mind manipulation. Man, it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride until I get back over this little section of town here. And desire, number one, you got to have the desire to change. It's got to be a strong desire too. And then number two, you got to learn how to manipulate your mindset, your current mindset. So you got belief systems that you operate on. You got they're called paradigms, fancy word for belief systems. And that's where the work needs to take place, is right up here in this computer. Well, your mind's not a computer, but computers are patterned after the mind. And I'll tell you, oh man, accident right up the street here. Your mind operates much like a computer. Well, computers operate much like your mind. Data in, data out. What you're putting into your mindset is what you're going to get out of it. And what you're putting into your mindset is going to affect your lifestyle. It's going to affect your speech. It's going to affect the way you hear things, the way you see things, the way that you experience and respond to things. So what I wanted to talk a little bit about was belief. This is video number two, belief and rituals. And in this world that we live in today, I tell you, you got to live, you're doing rituals already. You may be doing some of the wrong rituals, and you also walk around with belief. Now, the belief that you have may not be sufficient enough to carry you over the top to manipulate your mindset in a positive way, to cause the change that you want. You know, changing is not an easy thing. Creating progress after change is a lifelong journey. I'm going to say that again. Creating change is not an easy thing. But once you get it going, like, you know, I talked about in my first video, planting seeds in a garden. Once you get those crops growing a little bit, you just add to it. You keep it maintenance. And then you attack the weeds little by little and you pull the weeds. But your focus is not on the weeds anymore. Your focus is on the crops that need to grow. So your belief will grow by plugging into the sources, obviously, that are going to help you believe in yourself. You see, you do have belief, but you need to shift it into other areas. I was talking to a young lady today, a business owner, and, you know, she talked about her belief in her creator and all of these great things, but then she threw in the fact that she's a gambler. But she said, I believe, but yet she doesn't have the belief to quit. You know, many people say things, you know, oh, I have the belief for this, I have the belief for that, but yet their belief does not honor and enforce the courage in their heart and their mindset to cause them to want to change. You got to be willing to get uncomfortable. You got to be willing to plug into sources that are going to actually help you. And we're talking about belief and rituals here. There are certain rituals that you should be operating on. And if you're doing those rituals daily, obviously that's going to become a lifestyle. You want to focus on positive habits. If you truly want to change your life, you got to focus on the habits that you need to create so that they'll override all of the negative habits, the old paradigms, the old belief systems, because those are the things that are controlling you. Your beliefs are controlling you, your paradigms, and that's where you have to attack. That's why I said earlier that you have to learn how to manipulate your mind in a positive way. You see, I believe that most people are trying to break habits. And even if you go to AA meetings and you read books and you listen to seminars and doctors, they always tell you, you got to replace a habit with another habit. But instead of trying to break, don't focus on the negatives, focus on the positives. That's how you're going to change your life. And in fact, in this world that we live in, there's many challenges, there's much sin, there's difficulties, there's problems. But I'll tell you one thing that many people do talk about it, and I'm going to mention it in this video. There are many great things. There are many joyful experiences that you can partake of on a daily basis. Even in the midst of troubles. See, you could have a positive mindset. You could be living with inner joy and all of that. When you focus on inner joy, when you focus on a positive mental attitude, it's going to affect everything about you, your physiology, your nervous system, how you respond to people. Most people are focused on the negatives. Watching a lot of news, they're watching a lot of TV, and today you don't even know, the more belief that you have in yourself to become wiser every day because you're doing the rituals, you'll be able to discern between what's real and what's not real, and that's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But I'll tell you, when you believe in yourself and you know that you're growing because you're doing the necessary rituals, reading the books, watching the videos, listening to successful people, positive people, people that are living it every day. I can talk to you from experience because I'm living it every day. I live every day, and believe me, I don't have it peaches and cream. My surroundings, and I have family members, and I have consequences of my past that I'm continually dealing with. But one thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to point a finger at myself, and I'm not going to focus on those things that are negative. I'll fix what I can fix. But more importantly, I'm working on this up here, because if I affect my mindset, if I develop a greater belief, if I continue doing these little rituals, reading the books, writing, and I'm not going to get too much into what the rituals are. That'll be in my next video. But the main thing is that you got to find ways to develop. I can sit here and tell you how I do it with myself. And I'll tell you, faith comes by hearing, and by hearing, you got to be willing to plug into the sources that are going to help you develop your faith and belief in yourself. Now, you have belief. You just got to know how to distribute it into other areas so that you can help yourself attack those other areas that seem to be holding you down, whatever it may be. Gambling, smoking, arguing all the time with people. Maybe you have a problem with arguing. In a lot of my videos, I talk about drugs, I talk about alcohol, smoking, I talk about gambling because I used to be a big-time gambler. But there's other areas, maybe you don't get along well with coworkers, or you have a problem with family members, or you have some other issue that nobody knows about but you. And what's important when you're alone? I'll tell you, my friend, I hope this video kind of encouraged you to think about belief, building up that belief, that stronger belief in yourself, and be willing to get uncomfortable so that you can do the necessary rituals every day, positive rituals that you can develop little by little to overcome those negative habits, those negative rituals, because you're doing rituals. You're doing rituals every single day, my friend. Every single day you're doing rituals. And you got to ask yourself, are those rituals that you're doing, are they getting you closer to the goals that you want? If they're not, well, then you know what you need to be doing. Again, plug into the sources, watch my videos, let these videos produce more faith in you, to help you. This is part of a ritual right here, listening to the sound of my voice. Boy, I keep going off the little road there. Anyways, I'm going to short this video. I'm going to continue to make it every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day daily, in spite of and because of. I'm looking forward to my business meeting. I tell you, we've got some great things happening today, my friend. Great things. If you're looking for opportunity, remember there's going to be a link below this video. But more importantly, focus on what it is that you truly want to accomplish today, tomorrow, this week, while you can do it. Subscribe, comment, share, like my video, help me help others. Continue to make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day daily, in spite of and because of. Grow, my friend. Grow. Believe that you are growing every single day in wisdom, in knowledge, in strength, so that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You know, most people want money, but they're afraid. They lack that self-belief to get into a business because they're afraid of failure. No, I think they're more of afraid of the unknown. And we have nothing. I think it was Winston Churchill that said, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. And remember what Kennedy said, don't ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. This is Santos Rolon Jr. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. I believe in you. You've got courage inside yourself. Unleash it. I'll see you at the very top of my next video. Peace.